JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today's the 17th of June, of course, so 2021. So yep, welcome everyone. Welcome to this Thursday's afternoon session, where we're going to have a very quick look at the markets, a few of the charts, the usual stuff. But before we do that, as always, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So, the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, I'll give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. Okay, so now then, also just before we jump into the charts, as always, quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos, and of course our JFD Bank website and specifically our JFD research page, which we also update on a daily basis. So yep, feel free to check us out here on jfdbank.com and click on the research tab right there on the top. So now then guys, jumping into the charts, the first one I want to pick up here is the German index DAX, and yep, we are seeing a nice little recovery here. So this is what I said to you this morning, and I said to you actually I told you this from the beginning of this week, that in a way, although we are seeing, yes, a rising channel, rising wedge pattern here, which tends to break to the downside, of course, still we cannot really aim for lower levels until we get that break. And today's trading activity is just a perfect example of that. Although yesterday we saw some negativity, the indices declined, and yep, we saw them pushing lower here, but as you can see, once again, the lower side of the rising wedge pattern did provide support, and as long as the price stays inside that pattern, the near-term outlook could still remain positive, guys. So be kind of wary of that. Once we see a break of this lower side of the rising wedge, and then we see the daily candle staying below it, then yes, of course, lower levels could be met, guys. So yeah, for now, long story short, we are still somewhat positive, because like I said, with the near-term outlook, because the lower side of the rising wedge has not been violated yet, and yep, we didn't see that daily candle staying below it. I can see the chat room. Evo, yes, hello to you too. I hope you're having a wonderful trading day today. So now jumping into Dow Jones Industrial Average. Now here we have seen a nice decline, and of course, unlike the DAX, the Dow Jones doesn't look very well here, I would say. So if we take a look at the cash index, we'll see that the price is currently trading at around 33,925 territory. So basically below yesterday's close, and yep, not far from yesterday's low. But in all that, I mean, we're still below this upside support line taken from the low the 30th of October. So this medium-term upside support line, we have managed to break that, and now we can say that yep, it's no longer valid. And to be honest, I'm going to get rid of it, because don't get me wrong, we do have a bunch of other upside lines that we could keep an eye on. So again, that one was a tentative one. This one, we have a new one. I mean, we can draw, well, basically sometimes we can draw as many as we want right now, but looking at this, for example, we still have this one. We could maybe draw it from here as well. I mean, and of course we can draw this one as well from the lowest point of March, but we have already broken that one, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just double check. So yep, we have broken that one, and yep, in a way this increases the chances for this index to drift further south. So basically, long story short, for now, if you want to keep this one on the chart for now, we can keep it. Yeah, let's see how this is gonna play out. Let me just capture this. This one's a difficult one here, so yeah, let me capture this low. There we go. So yeah, we did break it. We are trying to climb higher right now, climb back above it, but let's see how today's trading is gonna go. If we do push back somewhere above this 34,334 territory right here, then yep, we might consider maybe a bit of a move higher. However, don't forget about this downside line. So in other words, with the upside right now, it's a little bit tricky here. We do have some obstacles, and if you want to be very, very careful, of course, you can wait for that break of this downside line. But if you're a little bit on the riskier side, then of course, like I said, keep your eyes on this 34,334 territory. If we climb back above it, we'll keep an eye on the 21-day EMA as well, and we'll see then if we climb, we shoot through this, and then yes, we'll aim for the upside, and then we'll aim for the downside line, and hopefully for the bulls, the downside line can get overtaken. And yep, then we could then the path could hold again towards the all-time high. But at the moment, it is how it is, guys. We are currently slightly below the 34,000 mark. So if we stay below this this upside line here, this the more of a longer-term one taken from the low of the 23rd of March of last year. If we stay below it, then yes, my next target here is the 33,555 territory right here, marked by the low of the 12th of May, or we could aim for the lowest point of May near the 33,473. So yeah, let's see how that's going to play out today. Now, DXY, the dollar index, and look at this. I mean, look at this beautiful move here. This morning, we were still hanging around here, and I said that if we continue to trade above that 91.42 territory, then yes, we could aim for that 91.81 zone, and yep, we could test that the 200-day EMA, which we already did, so that's a great achievement. So let's see now if we can actually push further north. However, don't get me wrong, I mean, if this area continues to somehow provide resistance, well, then of course, yes, a bit of a corrective move here back down could be possible, and then of course we might see another push higher like this. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, let's see what's going to happen here with this 200-day EMA together with the 91.81 zone. If it holds, yes, a bit of a correction lower could be possible. Now jumping into gold, and gold continues to slide. Look at this. I mean, yes, we did have that little recovery here today. We tested the 100-day EMA, and boom, I mean, we had just collapsed again, and we're continuing to slide here. So we're getting closer to my target, the one that I mentioned previously, the 1764-65 territory, approximately around here. And yeah, so let's see how this is going to play out. But for now, everything's looking quite bearish. And like I said, my next target is the 1765 territory. Silver also declining. As you can see, this is what I talked about yesterday. If you remember, guys, I said in my Trader's Tea Time that in order to go for the downside, a clear break through this highlighted territory is required. Well, we got that. We drifted further south. We tested that 26.73 territory, and now we're getting a very nice hold up near this upside support line taken from the low of the 18th of March of 2020. So this long-term upside support line is doing its job right now so far, and yep, is providing a good hold up. Can it continue doing that? Well, we'll just have to wait for today and see how this is going to end up being. If we see the daily candle remaining below this upside line, then yes, my next target is the 25.71 territory right here. But if it stays above this, then maybe we could be due for a bit of a rebound. But let's see how this is going to play out. Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash is trying to climb back here to the upside, but still getting a hold up by this downside line, which is drawn from the high of the 20th of May. So in a way, the downside line is the one to watch for now. If we clear that and we climb above it, then this is where I need to probably adjust my levels here a little bit. So then, yes, we'll keep an eye on the current highest point of this week near the 650 mark. If we push through that, then we would climb already above the 200-day EMA, and potentially more buyers could join in here. AUDUSD so drifted to the downside and continues to slide, and yep, we've broken this this upside support line. I talked about this this line this week, and I said that if we break this upside line and then we fall below the 0.7645 territory, now that's where it could become very interesting for a few more sellers, and yep, further declines could be possible towards the lowest point of April, near the 0.7532 mark, which also is not far from that 200-day EMA. So far so good, everything's according to the plan, but if we do hit this area, then I'll take it from there, guys. I want to see what it wants to do after, but I'll pick up on AUDUSD as well. USDCAD, so good result. Yes, pushed further above this 1.2266 territory, and as you can see, we are coming very close to this downside line, the one that I talked about previously. This downside line is taken from the high of the 19th of March. Around here we're testing this 1.2352 territory, well, came very close, just fractionally from hitting that area, but nevertheless that's a good result. So anyway, everything's kind of looking quite positive here at the moment, because don't get me wrong, I mean, if this downside line continues to provide resistance, then maybe a bit of a retracement here could be possible, so let's keep that in mind. GBPCHF also making a good move here, broke the downside line, but as I said to you before, for me, that the downside line is not enough. I need to see a clear push through this barrier, the 1.27 and 90 territory, and I need to see the daily candle staying above it. If we do stay above it, then yes, we'll aim for some higher levels, but at the moment I'm kind of, I would say, cautiously bullish. Yes, I mean, good result here. We broke the downside line, but can we push further north? Well, again, this is a job for the bulls here, and if we do climb above this area, then more buyers could join in, so keep that in mind. Euro against Turkish lira. So I've talked about this one a while ago, and basically what I said to you previously, that after we broke this upside support line taken from the low the 16th of April, I said to you, keep your eyes on the this downside line right now. So which, as you can see, so far kind of does its job. Yes, we did have a few overshoots, but nevertheless, still it's doing a good job here. So basically, for now, if you want to aim for the downside, I would probably say that well, maybe a drop somewhere below this little hurdle, approximately around here, the low of the 15th of June, near the 10.2440, something like that, because as you can see, for the past kind of 3 days, this level has been doing it has been playing as a good area of support. So if we break this, then yes, we will aim for the downside, and we'll aim for that 10.10 zone, or maybe a little bit lower here. Let me just grab this line. There we go. This lowest point, the current lowest point of this week, near the 10.05 territory, and then of course, yes, we'll take it from there. So for now, basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to aim only for this area right here. And finally, EURUSD. So EURUSD is, yeah, well, continues to slide, and this is what I talked about this morning, guys. This is where I said that if we fail to move towards this downside line, the lower side of the falling falling channel, then we could see that move lower earlier, and especially if we drop below that 1.1990 territory, and we did that, and as you can see, my target has been already reached, and even we overshot that. So my target was at 1.1943, and this 200-day EMA basically. So yeah, we managed to reach that, so great news. Now my question is, can we stay above this 200-day EMA today? If we can, maybe then I could see that little corrective move here back up. But if we cannot, then, well, I mean, further declines are possible, and my next target here will be somewhere around here, near the 1.18861 territory. Then I will take it from there, of course. So yeah, at the moment, guys, that's the little game plan here. All eyes are on the 200-day EMA together with this 1.1943 territory. If we stay above it, then, yep, another slide here could be possible. So yeah, guys, if we stay above it, then we could see a correction, but if we, and this is where I talk too much sometimes, so yeah, if we stay above it, then we could see a bit of a corrective move to the upside, but if this lower side of the falling channel continues to act as a good area of resistance this time, then yep, another slide could be possible. There we go. And of course, another slide could be possible if we just purely stay below the 200-day EMA, and then we'll take it from there, guys. So that's it for this session. Just again, a quick reminder that from next week there won't be any Traders Tea Time in general. So yep, only Traders Espresso. So please join me at my Traders Espresso as always at 6 o'clock GMT time. For now, guys, have a wonderful evening. Stay safe, and I'll see you later. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.